In this video, we are taking the brand new Element Ecto. We're going to test it as it is out of the box, and then we're going to change the internal transmission gears to go from the standard 5% overdrive in the front to the 11.8% overdrive front. And we're going to test to see whether or not we can actually tell a difference in turning radius or uphill climbing with that change. Welcome everyone, my name is Troy, this is Roadside RC. On this channel you'll see us doing all of the things from crawling, drifting, bashing, racing, all that kind of stuff. But also some product reviews and how-to videos. And in this video we're taking the Element Ecto, which is really has a trick Stealth X transmission in it where you can actually independently drive the front and rear with different gear ratios straight out of the box. It comes with the 5% overdrive in it, but they give you the gears, they give you what you need in order to go up to 11.8. Now, 11.8 is not a lot, 5% is not a lot, but every little bit helps. All of my crawlers, I run overdrive, even no matter how much we trail them, how long they get driven, all of them have an overdrive and I love it. And so I'm going to try to show on this vehicle how it helps and how to change it. So follow along. This first test is honestly a rather simple one. We start with the vehicle at the center line of my Chevelle's tires. We turn hard and we see how far it takes for this vehicle to make a 180. And I'll be honest, that's a good result right there. I'm marking that at 38 inches away from the wheel is where it came. That is, like I said, that's a good result. Very happy with that. We'll see how it does after the change. So end results of our overdrive gear test here with this Element Ecto. A couple things that are interesting to me. One, really kind of hard to tell, right? Going from 5% to 11% overdrive, only a 6% jump. It's really hard, couldn't see it in the garage really, in the turning radius. Climbing, maybe, maybe not. You know, there's so much variation in climbing that comes to a millimeter, a half an inch, something like that. Variation in where you put your tires coming up. It seemed like it went up kind of the wood bridge a little bit easier than it did the first time. Was that luck? Was I going just slightly faster? Was the truck just slightly shifted a little bit? Maybe. I understand from a theoretical standpoint that more overdrive helps with climbing uphill easier. It helps a little bit with descent and keeping the truck from rolling over. And it should help with turning radius and reducing the turning radius. I've put overdrive in everything. When I've modified a Gen 8, I put overdrive in it. When I modified a TRX4, put overdrive. SEX 10.3, overdrive. Everything gets overdrive. I'm a believer in it. What I'm saying here is most of the time vehicles are stock with a 1-1 gear ratio. Front and rear are spinning the same speed. That's not the case here. They actually, thank you Element, thank you Team Associated and Element, you actually already give us 5% with the option of 11%. I'll be honest, I just don't know why you just don't go ahead and put the 11% in from the factory, leave all the other gears out, or give everybody the option to go 1-1 for maybe somebody who really wants, but make it maybe 1-1 and 11, to heck with the 5. Like, just get rid of it. It's not that big of a difference, you know. One of the things that really hit me was when we did the tape test, and we actually showed, you know, tape on the front tire, tape on the rear tire, showed it rotating like that. One of the things that really hit me was it's kind of hard to see. Even in the first revolution, by the time the second revolution came around, let me be honest, when I did my TRX4 and I put the overdrive in the front of that thing, it was noticeable. Like, it was literally, by the time the rear tire did one revolution, the front tire had come around and was already a quarter turn. Like, it wasn't even close, right? Like, it was way off. And that's only one step that you can do in the TRX4. That's putting overdrive in the front. You can also do underdrive in the rear to make it even more exaggerated. So when I'm looking at this, it's their more extreme overdrive is less than what I've put in every other vehicle that I've ever modified for crawling. And I've never had an issue with trailing, right? So that's one of the things that everybody says, oh, be careful how much difference you make front and rear because you're going to have issues with trailing. I'm sorry, I've never run into that, all right? Even at like that 25% overdrive like I have with my TRX4, I've never seen it. I've never had any issues. Now, maybe if you're getting above that, if you're getting into the 30, I know I have a friend who said that at one point he was running like a 35% overdrive, and at that point, like, it looked painful for the truck to drive, okay? So if that's the case, then I would, you know, I believe that's the situation when you get to that aggressive of a difference in the gear ratios front to rear. For this, man, take this thing out of the box if you're gonna buy one, put the 11.8% in it, and never look back. In fact, we might go out and try to see if we can find any way to actually make it even more. So that's my viewpoint from all the experience that I have. Go the 11.8, never look back. You'll never question it. It'll be fine. Can you tell a huge difference versus the 5% stock? No, can't really tell a big difference versus that, but directionally it's correct. So it's the right thing to do. Anyway, that's where I am. I have some other stuff. I have some parts coming in for this. I'm going to do some other modifications to it to see what happens with it. We're going to be documenting that. I'm going to bring in that to you so you can see all of that. In the meantime, while I'm working on that, come over here, check out some of the other videos that I've already made. I would really appreciate it. I always appreciate your support. Thank you, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.